Titan TV Man's defeat. In episode 47 caused a turning point in Skibidi Toilet, as not only did it result in Jimmy still thriving and living, and caused Titan Speakerman to remain infected. What if Titan TV Man never got jumped and defeated? What difference would it make? I am here to tell you how different it would play out, and how differently the fight would have to play out for Speakerman to win. And the aftermath of his success, get ready, get cozy, and relax. Enjoy.
If is what if Titan TV Man won in episode 47. You're probably wondering why this isn't animated, and that is because I don't have the right equipment to do so. If I did, I would sweat my balls off making what-if animations, but I don't. Sorry to sound like a little beg, but just warning you, this isn't an animation, just a walkthrough of what I believe would happen if Titan TV Man were to win in episode 47. So as you all know, Titan TV Man has low awareness and gets fucking jumped by Titan Speakerman Jimmy and some irrelevant-ass toilets. In this what-if, Titan TV Man would appear on the battlefield, still saying pathetic trap. He would hear Skibidi sounds in front of him. Then we would see Jimmy. Titan TV Man would proceed to use his red TV beam on Jimmy. This would cause Jimmy to still loose his eye lasers. In the process of this, bear in mind in this version, Speakerman has very high battle IQ, opposed to before in the original episode. This is just if he truly was smart. Carrying on, the buzzsaw toilet would cut off Speakerman's speaker beforehand, but Speakerman would kill the buzzsaw toilet before his back knives are cut off. Speakerman would then hook Jimmy as normal, then use the THX beam of death as normal. But when Titan Speakerman goes to stab Speakerman's screen, he would use his knives and catch Titan Speakerman, throwing him on the floor. This would cause Jimmy to be on the verge of unaliving himself as Speakerman's had the THX beam of death on him for a while. Titan Speakerman, being the shit useless, racist, worthless, and weak piece of shit, but still a fan favorite Titan, would probably intervene before Jimmy could get killed. Speakerman would probably throw Jimmy away. Jimmy and the quad-wielding blade Skibidi would be forced to watch as Speakerman does some surgical ass removal on Titan Speakerman. Killing the parasite in the process, Jimmy and the other toilet would hear Everybody Wants to Rule the World start playing, but slightly quieter due to Speakerman's missing speaker. Jimmy's egotistical ass would start laughing, then Titan Speakerman, in a fit of a rage, would jump at Jimmy, with the revengeful thoughts for everything the parasite made him do in his head. Titan TV Man and Titan Speakerman would probably murder Jimmy and the quad-sword mutant. But this time, we have two Titans and an upgraded Titan cameraman. Around the corner, I believe, Titan Speakerman would proceed to flee to the Speakerman base, as he would be very wounded from this battle. He would then go get upgraded, but Titan TV Man could stick around, as his TV screen wouldn't be destroyed in this parallel. See, this is good and all, but would this change anything? As this Jimmy probably would have been the real one.
After this battle, I believe Speakerman will go back into the city. We see in episodes 48 and 49, clearing out all the toilets he can see. Episodes onwards will remain the same until the return of Titan Cameraman in episode 50. Life would be a lot easier for the upgraded Titan Cameraman from this point onwards, as he no longer has to deal with G-Man or his clones. No need to uninfect Titan Speakerman, and now the Alliance have Titan TV Man plus upgraded Titan Cameraman, and the racist Titan Speakerman would be upgrading. This would be an all-time high for the Alliance. Episodes 50 onwards would play out completely different, as there would be no fight between Titan Cameraman and Titan Speakerman in episode 57, no fight between the fake G-Man. I doubt Titan Cameraman would get damaged as early as before. He would probably get injured quite a while after episode 65. I would assume the scientist toilet would have to use his mech as a last resort for victory for the toilets, but I doubt this plan goes very far. Worst case scenario, he would defeat Titan TV Man, as he lacks upgraded this time around, but the scientist toilet wouldn't be as upgraded as he doesn't have Speakerman's upgrades, as Speakerman was smart and actually won the battle in episode 47. This time, The only people on the battlefield would be Titan Cameraman for another 10 to 15 episodes at max, I reckon. And around episode 75 or 80, Titan Speakerman would return a while later fully upgraded, not from the toilets this time, and kill some black toilet as he is a racist piece of Titan TV Man's victory would change a lot of Skibidi toilet history. This would practically allow the Alliance to win and would change the entire course of the story. But I'm not too sure how the Titans would be countered because in the normal series there was all 3 Titans, but in this parallel it would only be Titan Cameraman for a while, and he could get acid attacked etc. extra over this course of time, so he may become injured. Then Titan Speakerman would return with a nice upgrade, and probably be the strongest character in the universe. Give Speakerman some love. Titan Cameraman would probably firm the damage, and the iconic duo would go killing every toilet in the vicinity, and this time Titan TV Man would be upgrading after the fight with the scientist toilet mech. I also believe both Scientist and Jimmy would be dead by now, so there wouldn't be many more Skibidi toilets. But this is where it gets interesting. I wonder how the Astro toilets would react at that. The Alliance killing Jimmy. Had Jimmy committed treason by then? Would they be in anger? Would the Astros still invade? Most stuff can be theorized up until the invasion of the Astro toilets, as we don't know why they are actually invading Earth or why they were here in the same place. But we may see them have a grudge against the Alliance, as Titan Cameraman killed an Astro in episode 51 and tried to attack the gunner Astro Toilet in episode 53. So, they may invade just to kill Titan Cameraman, like in the regular series. So, that's going to be all for What If Titan TV Man won in episode 47. To be honest, it would make the war against the Skibidis finish a lot quicker for the Alliance due to how easy it was to kill Jimmy plus the scientist. So, in my opinion, Titan TV Man's defeat was the second main turning point for Skibidi Toilet. First being Titan Speakerman's infection in episode 32. Well, I don't know what else to yap about episode 70 onwards, so have a good day, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Love you all. If you have any what-if suggestions, let me know.
My girls! In episode 72, the Astro detainer toilet was defeated by G-Man and was almost killed. Well, I've got something I want you to think about. What if these circumstances were different? What if the Astro detainer defeated G-Man and/or won in episode 72, part 2? What would this change? Would it really make much of a difference? If so, how? I will answer that question later in the video, but I have a much more meaningful question to be addressing. We would actually have to think about how G-Man would avoid coming out on top of this battle, and how he would actually be defeated by the detainer Astro Toilet. In the original story, the Astro was originally defeated because of his high confidence thinking he could take on a much more powerful opponent. The Astro was outsmarted by G-Man. G-Man launched a yellow orb at the detainer, which the detainer proceeded to deflect. But then, G-Man launched the 2 purple and yellow orbs, making the detainer think they were the same as the orbs before. This allowed the detainer's arms to be controlled, and almost made the detainer kill himself, meaning the detainer had to cut off his arms so they wouldn't kill him. Then the detainer was saved by the Astro Juggernaut toilet. To be honest, this would be quite difficult. What if 2 makes scenarios for, as the Astro would always have been weaker than Jimmy, so it's quite hard to tell how he'd defeat Jimmy. So I came up with a few scenarios. Firstly, after Jimmy shoots the yellow and purple orbs, the Astro realizes there's something up with the orbs, and they should just be dodged and deflected. But I don't know if the Astro would even win after that. That's one scenario. I hope you liked it. But you need to hear this next one. In this next instance, the detainer would get back up. The Astro Juggernaut would come a lot earlier than beforehand, accompanied with the assailant Astro Toilet as well, meaning G-Man would have to 1 vs 3 some pretty strong Astros, and I do not know if he'd manage to survive that, as he wouldn't be able to outrun 3 Astros because of their speed. The last scenario is just that if the detainer was smart and wasn't overly cocky and up his own ass. That third scenario was pretty boring, so if you have any ideas of how the detainer could win, tell me in the comments. Let me hear those ideas of yours. The second scenario is the clear superior in this case, so let's stick with that one for this video, where the detainer gets back up from the other two Astros, being the assailant and the juggernaut. What would happen next? Instead of the detainer absorbing the two purple and yellow orbs and almost killing himself, he'd probably be warned by the other two Astros to not do so, and they would all attack Jimmy together instead. We all know Jimmy would probably flee somehow, but to make it interesting, let's say the Astros kill Jimmy. However, this means that the epic battle T in episode 73 part 2 between the three Titans and G-Man would never happen. I'm not even sure if the Alliance would find the humans, as they might not have even needed to go there, as there might have been no toilets due to the death of Jimmy. Also, Titan Cameraman would be stuck with the acid arm, as the detainer would never have lost his arms in the first place, meaning Titan Cameraman would never be able to take it, making him a bit weaker with just the acid shooter. But on the bright side, the Alliance would probably be celebrating the death of G-Man, as both Titan Speakerman and Titan Cameraman would never get injured in the big battle in episode 73 part 2. But the Alliance would be at a loss due to not being able to get info from G-Man about the Astro invasion, as that would probably just happen suddenly with no warning, as Jimmy would not be able to warn them in episode 73. This means in episode 74, Titan Cameraman would probably not go missing, as all three Titans may be able to stand a chance against the fleet of Astros that showed up in episode 74, as both Titan Speakerman and Titan Cameraman wouldn't be as injured as originally, but the detainer would probably be in this fleet too. But that begs a question. Would the Astros still invade due to Jimmy being dead? Did they invade to kill Jimmy originally, or were they just hungry for power? If they were just hungry to conquer, they'd probably invade anyway, and may get clapped by the Titan trio. But we don't know how strong the mothership truly is. It would probably be safe to presume that the Titans wouldn't attempt to fight the Legion of Astros, and Titan TV Man would probably teleport Titan Cameraman and Titan Speakerman back to their respective bases for upgrading, and the duo would probably return later on, Titan Cameraman returning a few episodes later, as all he really needs is a new arm. I think it would be like episodes 41 to 47 all over again, where Titan TV Man is the main Titan defeating the Astros, now having to deal with the detainer too. Everything else would remain similar, but I feel like the team-up between the Alliance and the Skibidi toilets can still happen, as they may be against the Astros for killing their leader. So episodes 75 and 76 would play out the same. It begs the question of if the TV men would still betray the cameramen, probably as they would still be collecting samples of Astros. And the mission the assailant and the Duchess were talking about in episode 76 may not take place, as it's believed that they were going after Titan Cameraman, but in this what-if scenario he would be upgrading. So maybe the Duchess may let the POV cameraman give her more yogurt. If you know, you know. It doesn't change the fact that the Alliance, the Skibidi toilets, would team up to defeat the Astros. But there is one noticeable change: Jimmy would never get his Titan body due to his death, which means the Titans could have a lot more struggle with the Astros until the return of Titan Speakerman. Watch him become the best Titan after his upgrades. Quote me on that. It does not matter what happens next, because I'm assuming the Astros we haven't seen may be hard for the Titans to cope with. Bear in mind, Titan TV Man's screen was almost destroyed by the detainer in episode 70, part 1. Imagine if he's not careful later on. Well, that's all I can say for What If the Astro Detainer Toilet won in episode 72, part 2, as we are not far enough in the series to know what this would significantly change that much, other than the survival of Titan Cameraman and Jimmy's death. So, did you guys enjoy that? Let me know if you agree within the things I said in the comments, and if not, tell me in the comments your theories and what you think would happen if the detainer won and killed Jimmy. And if this gets 100 likes, I will make a part 2 when we get a bit later on in the series, because Jimmy's death surely would have to change something, right? Well, I'm Darker Speakerman, and that was What If Astro Detainer won in episode 72 part 2. Darker Speakerman signing out. The battle between the G-Titan and the Titan trio was an epic and cinematic battle, but quite the eventful one. This battle left G-Man without an eye, and on the verge of death, Speakerman completely violated, a sore ass and no legs or feet. Titan cameraman lost his leg, but my big D-Titan firmed the damage. What a Chad right there. Titan TV man proceeded to chase the G-Toilet to try kill him, but didn't listen to his cries for survival. This battle caused our dynamic duo to be unable to fight and caused Titan cameraman to get caught in the Astro Toilet crossfire. But what if G-Man came out victorious in this battle and defeated the Titans like what he did to the detainer Astro Toilet in episode 72? But the real question about this is, how on earth would Jimmy possibly win a 1vs3 against the 3 strongest people in the Alliance? Now, that's a question, all right. Well, in the original story, he was kind of pulled up on by the Titan trio and pretty much got beaten the shit out of. This is quite a harder what-if to make because it's kind of impossible for Jimmy to win this battle. So I came up with a method of how Jimmy could take on all 3 Titans at once. One method. As to how Jimmy could have won this battle is if he used more kamikaze toilets to his advantage, as these seem to significantly damage the Titans, especially Titan Speakerman and Titan Speakerman. These could be used to completely keep the Titan duo out of the picture for a while. G-Man could then do what he did originally to Titan TV Man, but instead of a yellow orb, he uses a purple and yellow orb and shoot into TV Man's core. This would probably make TV Man start ending himself, and he would probably lose some of his TVs and/or limbs in the process. This would then allow Jimmy to deal with Big Red and Titan Cameraman. Titan Speakerman would probably get backshots for a while. Backshot, backshot, backshot. Then I believe he could be infected again. Then it's a 2v2 Titan Cameraman and Titan TV Man versus G-Man, and infected Titan Speakerman. G-Man would probably block all of the fire thanks to his shield, and I like to believe the infected Titan Speaker would jump at TV Man and get uninfected instantly, as infected Titan Spider-Man is very keen and eager to fight, like a wasp. So then would be a 3 versus 1 like original. To spice this up and make sure Jimmy wins, G-Man would get his Titan body that was shown in the blueprints in episode 74 and his jet upgrades from the containers that were shot down by Titan TV Man originally. G-Man's Titan body would probably cause Speakerman to get put on the floor instantly, while Titan TV Man would keep diving, and his attacks would keep getting dodged. Titan Cameraman would grab Jimmy on his head and shout, "You're burning Jimmy's skin off like what he did in episode 73. But a kamikaze mutant would blow up his leg like normal. G-Man would pick up Titan Cameraman slowly. He would pull his Astro arm off and attach it to himself. He would fly up in the air holding Titan Cameraman by the head, so Titan TV Man or Titan Speakerman cannot interfere. He would then say to Titan Cameraman, this is mercy from their invasion. He would brutally murder Titan Cameraman. He would fly back down, tackling Titan Speakerman to the ground, using his shield behind him to stop Titan TV's man's beams, and would dodge out of the way of his teleporting sword. He would then use his lasers to stun Titan Speakerman, eating his leg and feet like normally, and would drop a kamikaze bomb on Titan Speakerman. killing the Speaker Titan, allowing an upgraded Titan TV Man to have a standoff. Titan TV Man would probably lose due to his low battle IQ and how low durability his TVs are. As we can see, one got broken by a rocket from some random-ass Skibidi toilet. In episode 71, G-Man would kill all three of them. Now you're probably asking, was that scenario cool? Let me know in the comments. And while we are here, can you try get me to 100 subscribers? Thank you. After this, G-Man would probably start preparing for the Astro invasion of Earth. And this time, he has no Titans to worry about, and he has his Titan mech body, meaning he would be ready. And in this, what if he would still have both his eyes? The G-Squad encounter in episode 74 would probably play out a lot differently, as G-Man is not injured as much, and he wouldn't need upgrades this time around. G-Man would probably kill a lot of Astros as they arrive, as he knows more than meets the eye. To be honest, it's hard to predict what would happen after episode 73, but what we do know is that the Alliance will be at an incredible disadvantage compared to the Skibidi toilets. The Alliance have no Titans to defend them from the Astros, while the toilets know so much about the Astros due to Jimmy's knowledge on the situation at hand. The team up between the toilets and Alliance may not even happen. Due to the toilets' Titan killing all three of the Alliance's Titans, the Alliance would be furious and devastated at the loss, and would probably still be fodder to the TV men. Then there's the chair. Just the chair, really. TBH. Well, that was, what if G-Man defeated the three Titans in the battle in episode 73? Well, thank you for watching. Make sure to comment your version of the story, because I want to know what you guys have to think. Tell me your ideas in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, as I am still quite small and want to grow larger. Well, that's all for today's video. Darker Speakerman signing out. In episode 65 of Skibidi Toilet, the Titan duo, Titan Cameraman and Titan Speakerman, were lured into a trap by the fake G-Man clone and the scientist Toilet. This trap resulted in the Titans finally thinking they had taken out G-Man for good, but instead it was a decoy and wasn't the real deal. This caused them to have a low reaction time too. The inbound acid bomb Skibidi toilets. These bombs would cause Titan Cameraman to lose his right arm and would cause Titan Speakerman to lose his right blaster. Well, what if the Titans never fell for the trap? What if the Titans had never received this bomb attack? I mean, a lot good would happen, because the attack put the Titan Cameraman at 60%, as he lost an arm, his shield and his hammer. But before we start, I just wanted to say thank you all for 100 subscribers. It is really appreciated. Make sure to like and comment. I mean, if they did come out of this trap not being injured, would the story later on be easier or worse for the Titans? But the real question we should be asking is, how would the Titans actually avoid getting acid, Skibidi toilets dropped on them in the first place? I came up with a few methods that could make the Titans avoid getting kamikazed for us to go over. So let's get started. Firstly, as the camera Titan burns the face of the G-Man clone, and they slowly realizes it's a decoy, the minute they see the bombs, they both just simply fly away, as Titan Cameraman isn't actually as slow as you would think. I don't actually know why he didn't fly away in the first place, to be honest. What did you guys think of that scenario? Was it cool or not? Well, you have to hear the second one, as it is so much more better. In this case, the Titans just look up and shoot the acid bombers to redirect them in a different direction. That scenario was slightly goofy, but the third scenario is the best scenario yet. We will be taking the Maxity route, in Maxity's version of this scene. The two Titans pick up the fake G-Man's body and put it above them, so the bombs blow up the fake Jimmy instead, leaving them without a scratch, meaning both the Titans would be 100%, and have all their limbs and blasters. What do you guys think out of those 3 scenarios is the best way to stop the Titans from getting injured? Let's hear those thoughts in the comments. However, the 3rd scenario is the clear winner. In this scenario, the 2 Titans successfully avoid being bombed and come out of this episode intact. Well, what happens next, you may ask? Well, the bombs wouldn't have exploded, meaning Lucky Cameraman may never have been launched back by the bombs, meaning Lucky may never even meet the secret agent in the first place, as this is theorized to be where they first met. However, in the next episode, instead of seeing G-Man and Scientist over the 2 Titans' dead bodies on the cameraman's table, causing the cameramen and speakermen to start raging and attacking every toilet in sight, they probably would just keep fighting the war normally and would get taken to the TV base where the Titan TV man would be revealed. But episode 67 would play out very differently. The scientist toilet would fight against the 2 100% Titans, as the scientist toilet would not be able to deal with the 2 Titans at once, so it is not far-fetched to believe the Titan duo Prime would slaughter this man, but would G-Man 4.0 come to aid the scientist? Well, yeah, as that's what happened originally. But to make it more interesting, the new and improved Titan TV man would come to aid the Titans like originally, causing Jimmy to run away again, making the scientist have a 100% chance of dying to 3 fully fresh upgraded Titans. But you're probably wondering, would the scientist find a way to escape? Well, yeah, absolutely. He has so much plot armor at this point of the series. And if you remember, he is only just a small toilet piloting a massive mech. He'd probably be able to sneak away from the Titans undisclosed, but not from the POV cameraman, as the secret agent would probably tell him to. Look to his left again, and the Alliance would probably get into the bunker. But if Lucky Camera hadn't met the secret agent, they would have a hard time traversing through the bunker. So the bunker arc of episode may not even happen, or we would need a lot of reinforcements, and the whole squad, including Plunger and Dark Speaker, may all die before reaching the scientist, as they wanted to go away that Lucky told them not to. So this squad of Alliance members may be cooked, so the scientist may never die. But everything up to episode 73 would probably play out the exact same as in the original story, except for the scientist's death. But there were 2 other squads, so he may get killed anyway. But something that would change is Titan Cameraman would never get the Astro arm or the Acid arm, because, well, he never lost his arm in the first place. The massive change would be in episode 73, the fight with G-Toilet and 3 Titans. And it's safe to say the 3 full-power Titans would definitely kill the G-Man 4.0. The only one who would probably get injured is Titan Speakerman, due to his low durability from his lack of upgrades. But knowing G-Man's plot armor, he would probably barely escape, as he needed to be alive for the Astro arc. So the plot would be ruined if he had died. We may never even hear the iconic line. Well, after episode 73, it's slightly hard to predict what would happen after, but one thing for sure, the Titan Speakerman and Titan Cameraman wouldn't be as injured as they were in episode 74, so Titan TV Man could probably teleport them both away from the fleet of Astros. And the 3 Titans could probably fight the Astros back in the city in episodes 75 and 76, as there'd be no need for upgrades. But maybe for Titan Speakerman, though. Well, to be honest, I really don't know what would happen next. Do you guys think the combined forces of the 3 upgraded Titans could hold up against all the Astro toilets? Well, what did you guys think of that video? Let me know what your guys' version of the story would be, or if you agree nor disagree with any of them. Or if you think if a different scenario out of the 3 would suit it more, or be a better. Let me know in the comments. Well, you know we're going for 25 likes. And the next milestone is 125 subscribers. It's easy for you guys to do and nice for me, So go on, like and subscribe. You know you want to. But while you're here, check out my video where you can see me rank the Titans in Skibidi Toilet. Darker Speakerman signing out.
Oh shit, the table's leaving. What the?
So, do you ever wonder what would have happened if there was a civil war in the Alliance? You might be thinking, why would the Alliance even be fighting each other? Well, the TV men are known for their high ego and never help the Alliance fight in combat. In episode 76 of Skibidi Toilet, we see a change of attitude with the TV men, and they are seen to be selfish and leave the cameramen alone. Meaning if they did this now, then it is not far-fetched to believe they could have done something similar earlier on in the series. Plus, the TV men never actually fight in the series, as we have never actually seen one die before. So what if the three races began to fight each other and the Skibidi toilets at the same time? But you may be asking how that would cause a conflict between all three factions. How would this benefit the Skibidi toilets? Why would the cameramen and speakermen start to fight? What race would be the last one standing? Well, do not worry, because all these questions will be answered in today's What If episode, so make sure to stay tuned. The end. Well, for now, let's assume the cameras get angry at the TV men for not fighting and not doing anything in the war, as the TV men treat the cameras like trash and act like their lives do not matter.
Stop worrying about this useless trash.
And this could cause the cameramen and the TV men too start fighting while still fighting the Skibidi toilets at the same time. Well, how would this cause the speakermen to split away from the Alliance, as the speakers and cameras were always good friends and worked together with each other more than the TV men? As the speakermen and cameramen have a very good relationship, so the TV men would be on their own for a while, fighting against the two other hardware head races and the toilets. This is the hard part. What would cause the speakermen and the cameramen to split up, you may ask? There are two possibilities of how this would happen. If the toilets and cameras and TV men were all on the battlefield at once, the cameras may work together with the toilets, as the TV men are probably stronger than both of them, as their screen affects both toilets and cameramen. So this could be like the Astro arc, where the TV men are the larger threat, like the Astro toilets, which could possibly cause the cameras and toilets to team up. And the speakermen may be disheartened at this alliance and causes them to back away from the alliance, as they hate the Skibidis because they infected their Titan, and the Titan speaker's infection caused half the speakermen to go extinct and make the other half go into hiding. But I don't think the speaker Titan and camera Titan would fight unless they had to, as they're both very good partners. And if they did fight, we all know how that ends for Titan Speakerman. The second option is that the speakermen just didn't like how easily the TV men were discarded, as they are the kindest and most optimistic race, so they could show some care for the TV men, and this could cause heavy damage to the speaker, man, and cameramen's relationship. Well, they have a lot of reasons to go for the first option, and if you don't know why, allow me to explain. The TV men are useless, cowards who are cocky and have a high ego. They don't even fight, so it makes sense for the Alliance to discard them so easily. But I'm not sure if the Titan TV man or the TV woman would be discarded. I'm talking about the normal TV men, as we have not seen them fight or die once. Only the special TV men do their jobs for them. To be honest, they could be a lot stronger than we think, as the TV men love secrecy.
Turn off this fucking camera. This remains confidential.
And love-seeking technology, as they steal Astro parts in episode 72 and episode 76 of the series. So they may have been upgrading in the shadows preparing to fight, which justifies why the cameras would join hands with the Skibidi toilets. in this scenario. And the Speakermen may not be happy about this. Well, I know their Titan wouldn't. Last time he was forced to work for them. Now he has two. I do not think Titan's Speakermen would be happy with this, causing the Speakers to leave the Alliance. Well, now we have got a perfect point where all the hardware heads are fighting against each other. Well, the Skibidi toilets would be at a huge advantage this point moving forwards, as they have three separate factions to worry about, not just one big alliance. So, what faction would be able to deal with this best? In my personal opinion, I would like to say the toilets. Well, I just said why. So what out of our three hardware companions would actually be the ones to come out on top of this? Well, out of the normal agents, the normal cameramen are affected by both the TV men and the Speakermen, but they do have counters, due this being the lenses and headphones, so that doesn't serve much of a problem. Also, the cameramen have the highest combat skills and experience out of all three of the races, and they are much more physically capable than the Speakermen, as all they do is just dance. The cameramen also have insane technology compared to the rest of the Alliance. But one flaw is the large cameramen are the weakest out of the three large species. But to be fair, the cameramen are the race with the most troops, which gives them an upper hand. But if all the large Speakermen got upgrades, I believe that they would be the strongest large set of characters, as they can't be affected by TV beams either, and they have strong physical strength and ranged attacks, and more defenses can be applied to them, which would kinda make them OP. Another thing. No Speakerman can be affected by TVs, which renders the TVs useless against him, plus the speakers. Primary weapons are small and compact knives, which can easily pierce through TV screens, so they might be able to render the TV men useless if they react faster than them, as this is shown in episode 47 by the infected speaker, Titan. But it really depends if the TV men upgrade their screen's durability. One flaw with the Speakermen is their tech isn't all that great from what we know of, as in episode 69, the speaker's given two. Titan Speakerman from the Speakermen, not the toilets, gets instantly destroyed by G-Man in episode 73. So, from what we know of, the speaker tech might be the worst, as they have been fighting for almost 53 episodes now and haven't become any smarter yet. Plus, they have the weakest Titan compared to the other two races, unless Titan Speakerman and the normal troops get upgrades. Otherwise, the Speakermen may be cooked in this situation, as all they do is dance and die. So unless they take a serious approach to all this conflict, they could be deadly. One thing you should take into consideration, all these alliance races would have to deal with the Skibidi toilets, meaning all the races have a common enemy, which could cause further team-ups in the future. But let's completely remove this from the picture, as this would ruin the Civil War aspect. So now we have talked about the three races, feats, flaws, and pros. Let's actually talk about what would happen. Most key moments in this series, like the fight between the G-Man and the Titan trio in episode 73, probably would never happen. And if the TV men were forced into battle, it would take a massive toll on them, as they don't have as much numbers in their race compared to the cameras and speakers, so it would fuck them over. But most of the main troops would probably fight each other on the battlefield, and I believe the toilets would use this to their advantage. I believe the toilets would go into hiding and upgrade, as the scientist toilet would never be killed in this what if, as the Alliance would not have worked together to kill him. The toilets would probably prepare for the Astro toilets invasion, as Jimmy would have plenty time to upgrade into his Titan body, as the Alliance would be focused on each other and not him. The three races would be at constant battle, and probably would fight on the main ground and let all the Titans do the work. And if you have watched my strongest upgraded Titan video, we know Titan Cameraman is the strongest Titan in his prime, so with the Skibidi toilets out, the picture he'd probably still have his arm and be fully upgraded, So he would easily take out Titan Speakerman, but he'd probably be the main person trying to stop the conflict, but cooks the other characters when provoked, so he would probably be hesitant to kill the Speaker Titan, and he would probably defeat the Titan TV Man as he counters him with his lens and his much higher speeds, so he could dodge the TV Man's lunges. Plus, he has a higher combat skills, experience, and IQ. So I'd like to believe the cameramen would be the winners of this civil war because of their experience, far more advanced tech skills, and their high population of trained troops. But the camera race would most definitely be very tired and incredibly injured. So when the Astros come, they would be cooked, but the toilets would be able to handle it while the cameras are in recovery. Well, what do you guys think? And do you agree with everything I said? Who do you think would win? Let me know in the comments, and please can you guys subscribe, as I spend long hours making these videos, and if you subscribe you get entertainment and unique Skibidi toilet videos. So I don't see why you shouldn't click the subscribe button. It's worth it. Click on the screen now to see what jobs Skibidi toilet characters would have in real life. Do it! Do it now! Darker Speakerman signing out.